14-226. All right, we're back on record. We've been joined by Ms. Underwood on behalf of Mr. Anaya. The record should also reflect we've had a bench conference with all of the attorneys and Ms. Underwood. So why don't we go ahead with any comments on that bench conference, Mr. Amadeo, let's start with you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe Ms. Underwood has a proposal for how parenting time will go until we come back for the next 3 weeks. The one fly in the ointment, Judge, I thought we had under control was where to pick up would occur. We were told about moving to Blissfield, but in speaking to Mom, that's not going to be possible. Adrian PD, I would ask that we keep things maintained as they were and just change the amount of time that respondent father could see the child per Ms. Underwood's request, but keep everything else in place for now. And then come back in 3 weeks and see where we're at. I believe this will get resolved, I think.
Right. We've discussed at sidebar coming back on October 9th ahead of the final pretrial as it relates to Ms. Kapoor's case commencing at 10 a.m. for the remainder of Mr. Anaya's trial. So let's go ahead with any comments you might have, Ms. Underwood.
Yes, Judge, at this point in time, my client is seeking an adjournment in order to look into hiring private counsel as well as filing a petition in a custody file that would potentially alleviate the issues in this case. The parties, or in the interim, I would propose that my client receive parenting time every Saturday from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. with the pickup and drop off being at the Adrian Police Department until the hearing in October.
And we have no objection to that, Your Honor. I guess the only two questions I have is, we were told 11 a.m. on the 9th. Will that time change? Just maybe 10 a.m.
It's if you've got a reference there, Ms. Underwood.
I don't think either time is an issue for me, so whatever works best for.
And I guess the next question is, are you going to be the lawyer moving forward? Because if I'm on this case, should I be communicating with you or Ashley Hanson-Grimes?
Well, you'll have to communicate with Ms. Underwood until and unless we receive an actual substitution and appearance from Ms. Hanson-Grimes.
But I understand trying to coordinate a schedule and then having to adjourn
Right.
if there's another attorney on the matter.
Well, I won't speak directly to your client. They're both excellent attorneys, but whoever you pick, the quicker you pick someone,
Right.
the quicker I can communicate with them to try to get this thing moving. Okay, so
Is there any way?
My client's asking if we could extend the parenting time from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. since they'll be doing the transportation to and from Toledo.
the only concern for the department is bedtime, Joyce. I'll leave that to your discretion. But there's no formal objection to that.
9 to 9.
The child's an
Depends.
early riser, 8 to 8 would work too, if dad is agreeable to that, or no?
9 to 9 works better. Exactly.
Okay,
With it being a weekend, I think 9
Saturday,
p.m.
he's got
should be
the-
okay.
Got Sunday to rest.
Okay, Ms. Constantino, did you wish to add anything in about the proposed temporary parenting time?
As long as parenting time is occurring, I think it's a fair compromise and we would not object.
Okay. Very good. All right. Well, the department will continue to be required to make active efforts in this particular case, and I will accept the temporary parenting time order and grant the adjournment to October 9th to allow Mr. Anaya time to consider filing for custody and or securing private counsel. But unless and until I get a substitution for Ms. Underwood, we'll consider her the attorney for Mr. Anaya moving forward. All other orders will remain in full force and effect. And unless there's any questions, that's all for today.
Thanks, Judge.
I do see, Judge, that there's an unknown address on the petition. My client says his address hasn't changed. It's updated with FOC. Should we ensure that address is updated on the record so that he can receive all further notices?